There's a lot of businesses out there that create products that help companies with the destination, and the destination might be moving to the cloud or automating all their systems. We're more about helping them with the journey to get there. And we're a company that allows other businesses to scan, discover, validate and then automate their system configurations, be it servers, network devices or even mobile devices as well. We have about 600 customers and growing, but they can vary from freemium guys with a few servers online using our freemium service right up to six-figure and even seven-figure deals. With Guardrail, they were able to scan, discover, get a handle on and also create tests that validate their initial configuration, so that once they moved everything, they're in a position to be able to just hit a button and say, hey, have we done this correctly? Something that normally would have taken days to manually test, they were able to run those checks in sort of 10 minutes. Originally a mainframe developer, but then predominantly a web developer. Built a website that was a French conjugation website. Made a little bit of money from ads and a little bit of money from an iPhone app. So that was more like a side project type thing, but you learn a lot from that. We kind of knew what we were doing in terms of what we were building, but we had no idea how to build a business, how to raise money. I guess the types of things that StartMate taught us. So the StartMate program was amazingly beneficial for us. You learn an amazing amount of stuff, but really you're constantly focused on that trip to the US, that sort of 3-month deadline and having everything in place. And I think what you don't realise going in is, again, I'm a developer, I know how to build products, haven't really know anything about building a business, and you come to realise that building the business is really 80%, if not more than that. It's that building the product is really a minor consideration. So it's everything else that went into it that you just kind of had no conception of beforehand. That was probably the most difficult part. So my favourite thing about StartMate was actually the camaraderie with the other companies. It was just an amazing group of people, amazing bunch of companies. It kind of felt like we went to war together, and so we became very close. Obviously, went fundraising out in the States together, but the knowledge, the friendship, and just the learnings we have from each other, that was probably my favourite part. The StartMate network is amazing. The network of mentors and also the network it opens up for you in the US. Obviously, especially with our company, but with most of the companies going through, there's a big interest and a desire to, I guess, open up the US market, not just from a product perspective, but also from an investment perspective. And essentially by joining StartMate, that you get that. It's like an instant network. You're connected to the top investors, the mentors, that are part of the StartMate program are amazing. US investors, they're much bigger picture focused. And for a seed round in the US, the investors are interested in, how big can this be? How good's the team? What's your vision? They just want to hear the big picture. They want to hear how huge this thing can be. The difference with Aussie investors is that they're a little bit more, well, how much revenue do you have? They wanted a calculation. They want it to be sort of a little bit more scientific. Again, that's changed, and it's probably changed a lot since we went through the program 2 years ago. But in the US, if you have a big enough dream, and the bigger the better when it comes to seed round raising, as long as it's credible, then that's all they want to hear. They want to know you can be huge. If you've got a good idea, if you've got a good team, if you're ready to make the leap, I think that was the thing for us. We'd been in corporate life for quite some time, and you get pretty comfortable. It's pretty hard to make the leap from a well-paid, relatively cushy corporate gig to doing a startup. But with StartMate behind you and knowing that and that kind of validation and support, of course there's the money as well, but really it's the validation. It's like, no, you guys are onto something, and we believe. If you can get that validation and you're ready, then I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it to anyone. If you're dreaming of something better, something bigger, of doing your own thing, like I said, there's no better base than StartMate for that. There's no better validation. There's no better leg up, into that world. So, it's not hard. It doesn't take much to submit. So just do it.